We no afraid, we no see no one where we afraid of. We no afraid, we no see no one where we afraid of. Yeah, this is Everton Blender, and it's all about the young police from Jamaica, seeing Young Police Channel. Big up yourself, Everton Blender said that. We no afraid, we no see no one where we afraid of. Blessed love, Rastafari.
Yes, welcome to the Jamaica Young Police Channel. To our loyal viewers and subscribers, at the channel we are a group of law-abiding citizens who believe in the rule of law and respect the rights of every citizen, but not the ones who do not subscribe to such behavior. We do believe in and support preemptive strikes because it saves lives. That is a logical conclusion because preemptive strikes save lives and prevent the further loss of lives. We are all about saving lives on this channel. We at this channel aid criminals, their financiers, their supporters, enablers, and the likes with a passion, and we do not want them over here. Yes, let us repeat ourselves. We do not want any criminal supporters over here. Please, we do not want your views, your subscriptions, your likes, or your comments. Please go elsewhere where the red carpet is waiting for you. Over here, we want you, the criminal supporters, enablers, financiers, and all the likes, to go to prison or madness. Let me repeat myself. We at the Jamaica Young Police Channel, we do not want the criminal supporters and their circle over here. We want you to go to prison or madness. Moving on to our video.
Yes, if you're black and live in Jamaica, this is not a race thing, we're just letting you know what's happening in Jamaica when it comes on to black people. People like the Matalons and all of these people, they are immigrants, that their ancestors migrated to Jamaica and became wealthy because of the color of their skin. Yeah, that's how it is. It's not because it's not no luck or anything like that. It's everything has to do with your color of your skin. In Jamaica, you still have racism or what you want to believe it, or classism or what you might call. Because even people like the Matalons, I can tell you, because I have friends who are white Jamaicans, and they will tell you, yes, oh, these people, when they are talking about us, they don't talk about us in a nice way. Yes, in which you have to understand, you'll never see a person looking like this man who's a gang leader. Reason being because everything is designed to keep us down as black people, and he's one of them. You will never hear this man come out and denounce criminality, because you have to understand, that all of these people, these business people, they are the ones that are behind the crime in Jamaica. So when I'm not saying him, this man, I'm just telling you about the people. As I've said before, and I'll say again, it's the people who are the educated ones in Jamaica and business people who are behind crime. The little man who down there find one is just a symptom of it. It's not the real problem. So we'll never hear this man denounce criminality. Even when his friend Mark Golden was marching with a known murderer, Danville Palmer, you'll never hear him come out and denounce it, because guess what? Mark Golden is his friend. Yes. And this man is in charge of a media house in Jamaica called the Gleaner. And I said before and I'll say again, the Gleaner is one of the black people biggest enemy in Jamaica. I've said it already and I say it again, Jamaica's media is where the enemies are. So you're going to see a video. Yes, we're going to show you a video of workers that work at the Jamaica Gleaner. Yeah, man. And you have to wonder what kind of people them, because 99% of the population in Jamaica are black people. Yes, they are black people. So, don't get it skewed. 99% of Jamaica, you can't miss them. And one thing, the only thing that black Jamaicans are known for is to own gangs. This is not something that was imparted to them by the colonizer, It was imparted to them by white people, a man named Michael Manley. And then later, Siaga had to resort to the same thing to protect his community. So nothing that we have as a people in Jamaica is a part of our African ancestry. Nothing. Everything was imparted to us by white people. And the only thing that black people own in Jamaica are gangs. Yes, gangs that kill people. You'll never see a white man who's a Don, a gang leader, or living impoverished communities. Yeah, I get to like where I'm from. Very rare you see someone with his complexion, and most of the time it's just that if you trace it back, you will go back like to the 60s when, the ships were coming in, docking in Jamaica until, who stopped that and all of that, when we dismantled the pier downtown. You have to remember my great Prime Minister, Michael Manley. Yeah, and we're going to do a video about him to educate the people them. So you have black people in Jamaica now. It's Christmas. And, people expect to get them little money for do them shopping for them family and all of this. Guess what Mr. Matalon is doing? I tell him, literally I tell the black people, them take the middle finger and we see what can go on next year. While him a billionaire, them rich, because them control all of them are PMP, The Matalon, them are PMP, Because you see Portmore, them build it. Yeah, them build Portmore. True, the Michael man, the government. Yeah, man, PMP, support more, they're supposed to be. And gardens. Yeah, man, concrete jungle where I'm from. So the precarious plight of Gleaner employees under Matalon's leadership, a heartbreaking reality. So in the heart of Kingston, where dreams of brighter tomorrow often contend with harshness of today, a group of Jamaican Gleaner employees stands in quiet desperation, forced to demonstrate for money, rightfully owed to them. These individuals hard-working black Jamaicans are steering into a bleak holiday season. Their plight is all the more gut-wrenching because this financial lifeline, anticipated to bring joy to their families this Christmas, remain out of reach, tangled in the web of corporate indifference. At the end of this distressing narrative sits Mr. Michael Matalon, a prominent figure in Jamaican society and a scion of the affluent Matalon family, known for their substantial influence in business and media. The Matalons, who are of Arab and Jewish descent, have long been woven into the fabric of Jamaica's economic landscape. So you see, their ancestors migrate from the Middle East and come to Jamaica and become rich, while black people still down there fight and struggle because the government no help them. Because you have to understand, colour is everything. Just like how this white man that come from Britain, I am not born in Jamaica and I'm my opposition leader. And you will never hear the Gleaner or all of these media house ask this man to account how we reached there, because it's a corrupt system. Jamaica is a criminal's paradise. And anywhere corruption is, you won't enjoy good governance. That's how it is. You understand? So, Mr. Matalon, them not care about black people, But the story is not one of sheer prosperity. It's a tale of stark inequities, power imbalances, and a deep chasm of cultural and racial disconnect. The Matalon family, with roots in Middle East migration, wields immense wealth and influence. Their position in Jamaican society often shield them from the struggles of the majority. For decades, they have thrived in an environment where economic opportunities remain unevenly distributed, and racial hierarchies, subtle but effectively reinforce system of injustices. Black Jamaicans, the backbone of the Highland workforce, are often left grappling with generational poverty, cyclical violence, and the psychological toll of systemic neglect. Jamaica's social landscape bears the scars of a deliberate design, a system where tools of destruction in the form of gangs and violence are handed disproportionately to black youths. These gangs, fueled by economic desperation and social neglect, become enforcers of cycle that only serve to divide and conquer. And you have to understand now, so with these gangs that in Jamaica, this is not a part of African culture, This is what were imported to our people, in the 1970s by a British-born man named Michael Manley. Michael Manley was born in St. Andrew. As you see them perch here, that's all lies. Just like with Mark Golding saying born in Kingston. He's not born in a Jubilee. So, it's when you tell a lie, you don't know how to tell a lie. You understand? I born in a Jonestown, and Jonestown is not Kingston. Jonestown is St. Andrew. So him saying born in Kingston, I'm saying if he born in Jubilee, but him saying born in UC. So the man a liar. And now that the man said last week, said that he grew up in Jamaica, and he's Jamaican just like any other Jamaican. Ain't no work like that, boss. You have to born in Jamaica. And this white man now, Matalon, silence on it because I'm friend. Because you have to understand that all of them is just all about for rob and pillage the little coffers. I first Jamaica since in all of my life growing up. It's the first I've seen so many infrastructure and people. You can see the transformation. Only thing is that we know some people still suffer same way. And that's so it go. In every country, the richest country in the world, you have people who are poor and then suffer like dog in America. So people don't expect the government to provide money for you and make your life better. We live in a capitalist system, in a capitalist world. Even the communist country, China, operates on a capitalist system. So what you expect? You have to work hard if you want anything, and if you don't work, you won't get it. And people, Jamaican, especially black people, them lazy. White people, them not lazy. But they are rich. The rich people always stick with each other and look out for each other. Rich always want more, and the poor want and can't get. I just say it go. Yeah. So in Jamaica, we're no white, Arabs, Indian, or Chinese don't exist. Let me repeat that. In a country where no whites, Arabs, or Chinese dons exist, the grim reality is glaring. Only black Jamaicans are cast into this role. This isn't by accident. It's a calculated and perpetuation of colonial mindset, ensuring that the power structure remain unchallenged. So black people, black people have no big construction business. Right now, the black people them in a construction are kill them or kill each other. Down there like the Matalon them. The Matalon family, along with other affluent non-black elites in Jamaica, exist largely outside of this cycle, operating from a perch of privilege. They are not the faces of violent upheaval or economic despair. They are instead often the unseen architects of systems that exploits the vulnerabilities of black Jamaicans. What made the plight of the Gleaner employees so heart-wrenching is that the glaring irony, a media organization that should champion the voices of the marginalized, is instead entangled in the systemic inequities it ought to expose. Employees who pour their lives into sustaining the island's oldest and most respected newspaper are now left to beg for their dues. I want to tell you that dues that could mean a meal on the table or a gift for their children during the Yuletide season. I can't tell you that the Gleaner have no respect anymore, because the Gleaner is a PMP LGBTQ plus propaganda arm of the criminal organization. So I don't even tune into them anymore, because say it's pure lies. We see them publish lies and lies, how many lies on the black man who's the prime minister. So, and these are white people doing this in a black man country. So this painful reality underscores a broader societal issue, the enduring perception among some elites that black Jamaicans are not their equals. This mindset, whether covert or veiled, shapes decisions that perpetuates inequality. With these employees stands in the scorching sun with placard demanding justice, those in power remain insulated, their wealth and privilege forming an impenetrable barrier against accountability. So these are the people that were getting rich, when the black man was the prime minister, your man was like senior PJ Patterson. He must suffer before him that him wicked. And all the PMP criminal organization is that for the people. Them black people love suffering. Jamaica is a country that builds on resilience of its people, yet its socio-economic structure often fails to reflect this reality. The absence of non-black dons in Jamaica is not coincidental. Its deliberate construct, one that ensures the burden of societal breakdown, is borne by black Jamaicans alone. This system feeds into stereotype, normalizing violence among black communities while preserving the pristine reputation of those at the top. As the employees of the Gleaner protest for what is rightfully theirs, they stand is a microcosm of Jamaica's broader struggle. Their tears and pleas echo the silent cries of countless others who face similar injustices across the island. Their story is not just about unpaid wages. It is about a system that continues to fail the majority while upholding privileges of the select few. This Christmas, as lights flickers and carols fill the air, let us not forget the families whose table might be empty, whose children might go without gifts, whose hopes might dim. Let the struggle of the Gleaner employee reminds us of the urgent need for systemic change in Jamaica. A change that dismantles hierarchies, empowers the disenfranchised, and ensures that no one is left behind. The question now is, will those in power, like Mr. Matalon, hear the cries of the people they employ, or they continue to turn a blind eye, complicit in the system that feeds off inequality? The answer lies not just in their action, but in the collective resolve for all Jamaicans to demand better. So I make you listen to the people them that demonstrate with a little clip, so we decide to share it with you, the audience, to show you, say, no matter where, no matter because them are Jamaican, once they find them are black, they don't care about you. Just remember that. But black people, them always stand for always. Yeah, the white man ice is always cooler. So you watch, you listen, and you decide. Yeah, so you have seen it for yourself. The unfolding story of Joseph N. Matalon and his endorsement controversy paints a broader, more troubling picture of power, privilege, and systemic inequality in Jamaica. It serves as a stark reminder of how the elite secure in their wealth and influence often disregard the struggles of those who labor tirelessly under their watch. For black employees at the Gleaner, the silence surrounding their grievances and the larger context of their exploitation underscore a grim reality, one where their humanity is overlooked, their contributions undervalued, and their voices silenced. Despite the Gleaner's long history of championing press freedom and truth, the actions of its leadership reveal a discontent and a disconnect from the very principle it claims to uphold. The plight of its employees, many of whom are black, working to sustain their families and uphold the media house legacy, highlights a deep and pervasive disregard for fairness and dignity. Because them black, I'm not care, because white people are not ashamed. Well, although them are Arab and from the Middle East, they don't see themselves as being black. And Arabs don't see themselves as being black. Although the white man call them the sun girls. Yes, them call we the N and call them the sun N too. But them not see themselves as that kind of Jamaica, them white. Nobody know want to be black. Because black mean that you're at the bottom of every strata in society. Because it's a system that is designed that way. And all they imparted to black people is violence. Everywhere going in the world, that's what's happening with black people. But we know that it will change one day. And it have to change through education. So this situation is not merely about political endorsement or corporate policies. It's about the systemic marginalization of black Jamaicans perpetrated by those in power. Matalon's actions, while cloaked in claims of good intention, expose the cold, calculated indifference that often accompanies privilege. It is a sobering reminder that wealth does not guarantee compassion, okay? The power without accountability fosters injustice for the employees of the Gleaner and the countless others across Jamaica. Yet, is this another chapter in a long history of being devalued and dismissed by the very system and individuals who should champion their cause? In the end, the story is not just about one man or one organization. It is the collective responsibility to stand against such heartlessness and demand better for those who keep the wheels of progress turning. True leadership requires more than rhetoric. It demands empathy, fairness, and a commitment to uplift those who have long been denied their due. Only when these qualities take precedence can Jamaica begin to heal from the wounds inflicted by systemic inequality and corporate indifference. These are the people that the PNP LGBTQ plus criminal organization voters vote for. White people. They are the ones that run Jamaica. And guess what? Greed. They don't care about black people. We can. When PNP in power, them beard. I don't know what's going on now in Jamaica because I'm not there anymore. So have yourself a beautiful day. Jamaica Young Police Channel out.